it's Jackie and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I have a get ready with me makeup tutorial showing you guys how I get this halo eye effect with my eyeshadow look on my small little hooded eyes. And I am featuring the ever so popular Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. I am so excited about this. I finally got my hands on this after everyone and their mother has been raving about this palette. I finally got my hands on it and I'm so excited to just share with you guys the look that I came up with featuring this palette and also what I think about this palette in general. And if you guys wanted to get your hands on the Modern Renaissance palette, now is the time because Sephora has 8% cash back on Ebates. And if you don't know what Ebates is, let me just break it down for you guys. So I've actually mentioned Ebates on my channel before in the past, but it's been a while, so let me just reintroduce you to Ebates, or introduce you if you've never heard of it before. Ebates is one of the largest cashback online retailers, and they have some of the biggest brands and some of my favorite brands like Sephora, ULTA, Target, Nordstrom, Boohoo.com, what else? They just have so many. Say you want to go shopping, like you want to pick up the Modern Renaissance palette. So you go to Sephora.com. Wrong! You go to Sephora through the Ebates website, so that way whatever you were planning to buy, you buy, but you get cash back for it. What? So if you're like me and you do a lot of online shopping, then Ebates is definitely a site that you're gonna wanna check out. If you're gonna spend like 40 to 50 bucks on a palette, why not get some of that cash back? So I'm just trying to hook you up. I'm just trying to save you some money. I actually have a link down below for you guys. If you click that link, you will get a $10 welcome bonus after your first purchase of $25 or more. So definitely click that link and take advantage of that $10 welcome bonus. So every 3 months, Ebates will pay you your cash back rewards through either a check or PayPal. And if you want to get started with Ebates, all you have to do is click the link below to sign up, and then the next time you do any kind of online shopping, check Ebates first to see if the retailer is on there, which most likely it will be, but go check and see if it's on there, and then you can shop through Ebates. It will redirect you, so it's still the same website. So for example, if you're going to take advantage of that 8% cash back from Sephora, you would go through Sephora through Ebates, but it's still the same Sephora website. It's just through Ebates getting you that cashback rewards. Does that make sense? Again, I know it's been a while since I've mentioned Ebates here on my channel, so I'm actually gonna leave information in the description box for you guys so you can read up and get a little more familiar. And then once you're familiar and you're signed up, I'll just keep you guys posted on what kind of promotions are going on through Ebates, if that's all right with you guys, because I want to get cash back and save some money, and I'm sure you guys want to too, so I'll just keep letting you guys know what kind of deals they got going on. And just in case you wanted to take advantage of that Sephora double cashback rewards, it is available now until January 16th. So you have that little time frame to take advantage of their rewards, and then it'll go back to their normal like 4% cash back, which is still super awesome, but right now it's double, which is even more awesome. I didn't mean to talk your guys' ear off in this intro. I just wanted to let you guys know and try to hook you guys up with some deals. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the makeup tutorial featuring the Modern Renaissance palette. I'm so excited to be filming this video for you guys because this is my first time using my new ring light, so I'm really excited. So I hope you guys like the quality and the lighting of this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But to start off this get ready with me, I am going to prime my face with the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Primer. This is an oil-free, poreless, skin perfecting serum primer. So it has a very soft and silky texture, so I'm just going to take some of this on my hands and then just blend it into my skin. For foundation, I'm going to use the new Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. I have two different shades here. This one is in bronze beige and this one is in toffee. This is too light for me, this is too dark for me. So I'm just going to mix a little on the back of my hand and then apply it to my face. And to blend that into my skin, I am using the Morphe M439 brush. I am new to using Morphe brushes, but let me just say, I'm kind of obsessed. Like, the quality is just amazing, and my makeup applies just so beautifully and effortlessly with these brushes. Took me long enough to join the bandwagon, but here I am. I love Morphe brushes. I'm gonna add another layer of the foundation onto my skin just to build the coverage of this foundation. And I actually did a review on the new products Wet n Wild is coming out with for 2017. So if you missed that video, I will leave it linked in the cards for you guys to check out. So definitely do, because Wet n Wild is such an awesome, affordable brand. They're cruelty-free and a lot of their products are vegan. So I highly, highly recommend you guys check them out. For concealer, I'm going to be using two different concealers here. I have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. This is in the shade Medium Tawny, which is actually a little too dark for me. So then I'm going to go in with the Tarte Cosmetics Shape Tape Contour Concealer, and this is in the shade Light Sand, which is actually a little too light for me. So we have one that's too dark and one that's too light, so I'm just going to mix them together to get the perfect shade for my under eye concealer. Oh, I think the combination of these two concealers are just so beautiful. I'm obsessed. Now to set everything, I'm going to be taking the new Wet n Wild Photo Focus Pressed Powder in the shade Warm Beige. And I'm going to use the Morphe M527 brush. It's kind of like a soft, flimsy type of powder blush, so it's going to give you a very light coverage. So I'm going to take that and dust it all over my face. I'm going to just quickly fill in my brows with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Caramel. I really don't do anything fancy with my brows. I'm just going to fill them in, brush it out with the spoolie to make it look a little natural, and that's it. Aha! Do you guys ever get those problems, any of my contact wearers, when you're like doing your makeup and you're staring so hard trying to concentrate and your contacts get really dry? No? Just me? Because sometimes, especially when I do my brows, I don't blink. So my contacts get so dry while I'm doing my brows. Because one blink can be fatal. So now here comes the fun part, the eyes. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to share with you guys how I do the halo eye effect. It's going to be different on everybody's eye because everyone has different eye shapes, but I finally figured out how to do it on my little kind of slightly hooded eyes, so I'm so excited. I think it's so pretty, and it's actually really easy once you get the hang of it. So the first thing I'm going to do to the eyes is prime them with the Kat Von D High Voltage Eye Primer. You guys know this is my favorite eyeshadow primer. It works amazing, and it helps with like the pigmentation and the blending and just everything, so I can't say enough good things about this eyeshadow primer. So now going in with the main attraction, the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia. I wasn't planning to pick this up, but everyone always talks about it. Like, this has become a true staple to makeup lovers' collection, and I'm like, okay, what's the big deal about these shades? And I'm in love. I am in love with this palette. I can't even tell you guys. The quality, the pigmentation, the blendability of these shadows is unlike anything I've ever seen in an eyeshadow palette. And I know that's like so dramatic and so over the top, but I'm serious. These shadows are such good quality, and the color combinations are surprisingly super easy to work with. I mean, you see these like red and oranges and you might be a little scared, but they're actually just so flattering on so many different eye colors, and they're just so easy to work with. So I'm obsessed with this palette already. Oh shit, that scared me. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, who's this?
Bill Gates.
Did I really just get a prank phone call? Did I really just get a prank phone call? So I'm going to take the shade Raw Sienna on the Morphe E27 brush and blend this up into my crease and bring it pretty far up. I'm not going to go all the way to my brow bone, but I'm going to go pretty far up. This is going to be our transition color, and it just kind of gives some slight definition and warmth to our eyes before we actually get started with the darker colors. I don't know if it's a combination of the Morphe brushes and the Modern Renaissance palette, but like, my eyeshadow looks have never looked better with the combination of these. I know I'm being so dramatic, but that's just how I feel. Like, I'm obsessed with the eyeshadow looks that I come up with when I use these brushes and this palette. Like, it's just so effortless to create such a beautiful look. I don't know. Am I being a little over the top right now? So with the Morphe M330 brush, I'm going to take the same Raw Sienna color again, and just switching brushes can really change the way a color applies onto your lid. So I'm going to take that same color and focus it a little more just in the crease, and it's going to intensify that shade. See how it just intensifies the shade just right there? But with the fluffier E27 brush, we aren't able to get right there in the crease because it's too fluffy. So switching the brush, we're able to concentrate the color a little more just here in the crease. So I know I talked about it more in the beginning of the video about using Ebates and stuff, but I'm like really excited because ever since we got Zoe back and everything with like kind of her condition that she is dealing with, I rarely ever leave the house now because I'm always with Zoe, and shopping online has just been so much more convenient for me and just so helpful. And then shopping on Ebates is just a little bit of a plus because you get cash back, and like you're not gonna see a ton of money with just one purchase, but the more you use Ebates, the more it just adds up. And so I'm like so stoked about that. It doesn't make me feel as bad for not leaving the house and staying with Zoe all the time. I can still do my shopping. Now, because I have smaller eyes, this is where the type of brush you use is really going to affect how you're able to create this halo eye effect. So this is the Morphe M431 brush. It's a very tiny pencil brush. So with this tiny pencil brush, I'm gonna go in with the shade Red Ochre. If that's how you say it. Some of these names are kind of hard for me to pronounce. And I'm going to first start this on the outer corner. And this is pretty normal how I typically do my makeup, concentrating a darker color on the outer part of the eye. And it doesn't need to be totally perfect right now because we're gonna keep going back and forth working in with this color. But we just wanna get the general placement down, so I'm gonna stop there for now. And I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of that shade. And now we're gonna put this right here on the inner corner. And I don't know if you guys can tell, the way my eye is shaped makes it tricky to actually get colors on the inner corner of my eye because it kind of folds over right there. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a little tricky. Actually, maybe if I zoom you guys in, you'll be able to see a little better. Okay, see how like the shape of my eye is like a little tricky, so that's why using such a small brush like this is really helpful to get right on in there. So I'm just gonna add this color right there on the inner corner, stopping before we actually reach the pupil of our eyes. So what I'm doing is placing the color right on the inner corner and kind of flicking it towards the center of my eye, and that's gonna help give it a more like blended look, since it's kind of hard to blend right here because the space we're working with is just so tiny. So see how we have like that, it's darker here and it kind of just blends towards the center of our eye. Now I'm gonna go back and work on the outer part. And the brush we used in our crease, you wanna keep that brush handy so that you can just keep going back and forth to blend the crease area, just to make sure everything is nice and blended. Now to intensify that just a little more, I'm gonna take this shade Cypress Umber, which is a dark brown matte. This is like a chocolate brown. And I'm going to place it the same area we placed the red. Now to fix up this outer corner, I'm gonna take a regular, standard blending brush. This is the M433 from Morphe. I'm gonna pick up the Red Orchid, I don't know how to say it, that red shade, and then the Cypress Umber. Why are these shades so hard? And then I'm just going to make little circular motions here on the outer corner, like so. And I want to pull the color up a little more, so I'm going to use my blending brush to kind of drag the color slightly upwards. So that way we have a more lifted appearance rather than a droopy one. So I'm gonna go back in with the raw sienna color again and the fluffy brush and just kind of clean up this upper crease area. Okay, now I'm going to quickly do the same thing on the next side. With the Morphe E14 brush and the shade Primavera, which is this beautiful like champagne gold shimmer shade, I'm going to take that and place that right on the center part of our lid, kind of where that clean spot is where we have no shadows yet. That's where I'm going to put this one. So once we put the shimmer shade right on the center of the lid, we want to go back and kind of blend and soften all the colors so that they blend together. But I want to let you know that there is going to be a little bit of a trial and error with this eyeshadow look and this technique, because one eye might look a little different than the other, or it just might look a little off. So keep playing around with it. Don't be afraid to just keep blending and spend a little bit of extra time blending, because that's what's gonna make this look extra beautiful. Now to add a highlight, I'm gonna take the shade Vermeer. right here at the top. Just gonna take a little tiny bit of that and highlight right under my brow bone. For eyeliner, I'm going to take the Tarte Clay Pot in the shade Black, and then the Morphe E38 brush, which is kind of like this angled, dented brush right here. And I am just going to pick up a little bit. So what I do is I pick up some of the product and then use the cap to kind of brush it off, or you can use the back of your hand, either or. But brush it off so that you don't have too much product and it's not too goopy before you like lay it onto your eye. And lately I've been doing my eyeliner a little bit differently, you guys. So I'm gonna show you guys how I've been doing that. So I start by touching like the corner of where my upper lash line and my lower lash line meet. So I'll start there and then I kind of just flick it up towards the end of my brow. Or another way to kind of follow it is to just follow your lower lash line so it'll go like this, you know what I mean? So I start there, and I'll just pull it out like that. Sort of like that. It's not perfect right now, but that's kind of like our little guideline. Because we still have a lot of product on the brush, I want to kind of remove it by filling in the heavier part of the eyeliner first, because this outer part, you want it to be very thin, so you can't create a super thin, precise line when you have a ton of product here. So we'll get back to this part of the eyeliner later, but I'm going to deposit most of the product right here in this outer part. And then I will go in towards the inner corner as well. So now that majority of the product is off of the brush, we can work on making that super, super thin line right here on the end of our wing. See how we have that super sharp line now? There we go, we got our wing liner going on. So now I'm just gonna do the same thing to the next side. Okay, we have eyeliner. So now I'm going to just pop on some lashes. So the lashes I'm going to use are from Kiss products. These are the blooming lashes in the peony style. So they're very full and thick and just very dramatic and sexy. And I just really like these ones. I've worn them once already and I'm going to just take them out and reapply them using the strip lash adhesive from Kiss Nails. This has aloe in it and it says latex free and formaldehyde free. I don't think I said that right. My nails are so incredibly thin from all the acrylics I've done that I'm almost tempted to never go back to acrylics because it is painful how thin my nails are right now. Like it actually hurts to touch and pick up things because my nails are so thin. To finish off the eyes, I'm just going to take the red ochre and cypress umber color, just tap those on my pencil brush and drag that onto my lower lash line. I'm just going to quickly add some black eyeliner to my waterline. And then we can finish up with mascara. I'm using the Wet n Wild Lash Renegade mascara. I'm going to apply this to my lower lashes first and then lightly apply it to my upper lashes as well. So the eyes are now done. We can quickly finish up the face, and to warm up my face and add some like bronzer, I actually did this in my Wet n Wild first impression video, but this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Pressed Powder in the shade Dark Cafe, and I actually really like this as a bronzer to just warm up the face. I kind of used it just for fun in that video, but it turns out I actually really like how it looks. So with the same Morphe M527 brush that I used to set my foundation, I'm going to use that I'm just going to blend this onto my cheeks, my temple, jawline, and a little bit on my neck. I just really like the color that it adds. I think it's so pretty. I just feel like it gives such a natural looking color to my skin. And then I'm just going to lightly pinch the brush so it's thinner, and then go down the sides of my nose. I always do a very, very soft contour down the bridge of my nose. Nothing too harsh or noticeable. It kind of just adds a little warmth around that area, so it just helps it look a little slender, but not like anything too crazy. Kind of the same way I add contour to my cheeks. Like, it's very soft, nothing too harsh. And then with the same brush, I'm going to take the Too Faced Papa Don't Peach Blush. I love this guy. It smells delicious. I'm just going to pop this on the apples of the cheek and blend back. Now for highlight, I'm going to take the Becca Cosmetics Champagne Pop and the Morphe M501 brush. I'm going to take some of that, pop it right here, and bring it up towards the brow bone like that, so they kind of connect. Oh, it's so pretty! I feel like I'm never gonna get sick of champagne pop. Like, I don't even think it's possible to get sick of this highlight. It's just so pretty. A little bit on the tip of the nose. Just a little. Cupid's bow. Center. Just like that. And to finish off the lips, I am using the ColourPop Lippy Stick. This is the one in collaboration with Beautycon, and the shade is called Beautycon. I believe this came in the winter Beautycon box, and it's such a pretty color, you guys. I love this shade so much. And it smells like a caramel frappuccino. Like, this smells so good. Oh my goodness. And from the Kylie Holiday Collection, I'm going to take the Kylie Gloss in the shade Cupid and go over that. So that is it for this finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and found it helpful. If you guys try this out, whether it's with the same color combinations, the same palette, or whatnot, try out this technique and tweet me your pictures, because I would love to see your guys' recreations and your color combinations and all that fun stuff. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to be notified of future videos. And one more thing, don't forget to check out Ebates, because if you want to get your hands on the Modern Renaissance palette, now is the time to do so you can get that cash back. I'm trying to save you money, guys. I'm trying to save you money, because I know I convince you guys to spend money, so let me convince you to save some money too. So check out Ebates with the link below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!